Let's talk about the top defenseman of the season. It's always a controversial topic. Which do you value more? Offense? Or defense? Speed and skill? Or size and strength? This is our list of the top 5 D-men of the year. Leave your lists in the comments below. But first, let's begin with some honorable mentions who did not make our top 5. Daine Todd did not make our top 5, but we have to respect his elite ability. He leads the league in time on ice, around 29 minutes a night. No team relies more on one guy than Dundee does with Dow. He can do a bit of everything on the ice and really leads that blue line. He misses our list as we felt his offensive production has fallen a bit this season with guys like Poirier and later in the season Ozils, taking up offensive responsibilities. Daine Todd looked to be a lock for our top 5 for much of the season. However, a long-term injury in the back half of the season has meant he has played fewer games than most. We felt to make the list we needed a larger sample size. However, when he was in the lineup he was such an exciting player to watch. Dallas Earhart was so close to making our top 5. He has been one of the better defensemen in this league for years now. He is always steady and rarely makes mistakes. For a big guy he also has got real skill, often being one of the first guys Manchester puts out in the shootout. It's not often that your biggest D-man is also your top choice in a shootout. He is also a great leader now as captain of the Storm. He misses our list this year as we don't feel he has been as outstanding as previous years, especially defensively. He has a -37 this year, and although it is a flawed statistic, it speaks volumes when you see that he is second to last on his team in this category. Mark Richardson is another guy who just missed the top 5. He is fantastic at both ends of the ice and can be relied upon in all situations. He has 25 points in 66 games, but he isn't known for putting up crazy numbers but rather his all-round game. Again, it is a flawed statistic, but he leads his team in plus-minus, with A+28. To have 25 points and A+28 speaks volumes to his defensive play.
J.C. Brassard has been one of the few good things to come out of this season for the Panthers.
Despite their team's poor season, he has produced good numbers and I would love to see him back for the Panthers next season. Raine is one of those guys that wins you championships. Just look at Belfast's record since he joined the team in the 17-18 season. He is another guy who doesn't blow you away with a big points tally, but can produce offensively whilst being one of the more physical, defensive guys in the league. Kevin Schultz has had a fantastic season, and he is another guy who just missed our top 5. A guy like this makes it possible to lose Daine Todd to injury and continue to be one of the best teams in the league. I know they signed Boruta as injury cover for Todd, but it was largely Schultz who stepped up. He is a big reason Sheffield has had the success they have this season, and hopefully he is back for the Steelers next season. So those are the honorable mentions. Let's take a look at our top 5. At number 5 we have Griffin Reinhart. I have seen complaints at times this season that he has not played tough enough this season, although being known for his hits previously in his career. Despite this, his play has been excellent this year. He plays really smart defense, and put up 4 goals and 30 assists for 34 points this season. His wrist shot is elite, and with just 10 penalty minutes across 65 games this season he rarely puts the team down. He can play power play and penalty kill minutes. Just an all-round excellent defenseman, one of the reasons Belfast has done so well this year. We have him at 5. At number 4 we have Nathanael Halbert. This one may be controversial because he has had a really underrated season. He has put up 8 goals and 25 assists for 33 points in 61 games, which is pretty impressive, but I have watched a fair bit of Coventry this year and I really like his defensive game and physicality he brings to the team. He has been suspended a couple of times this season and he does take a lot of penalties, which does hurt the team at times. But the physicality he brings gives that decor an edge. Overall he is a -5, but this is influenced by some poor Challenge Cup games. Across the regular season he is +4, which puts him second on the team in this category. He is one of only a couple on the Blaze with a positive +-. When he is on the ice he makes a real difference to their blue line. I would love to hear from Coventry fans. Are we overrating Halbert's season? Either way we have him at 4, let us know if you disagree in the comments. At number 3 we have Matt Register. He has been an all-star defenseman throughout his entire career, and this season with the Cardiff Devils has been no different. His hockey IQ and playmaking ability are elite, along with an excellent wrist shot. He is one of the best offensive defensemen in the league. This season he ran the Devils' power play, which for long stretches was the best power play in the league. Standing at 188 centimeters tall and weighing 102 kilograms, he also plays the game physically and is a guy who is not afraid to throw a few body checks or to drop the gloves with 47 penalty minutes so far this season. He is a guy who can play at both ends of the ice, but is at the number 3 spot primarily for his offensive skill. At number 2 we have Jamal Watson. He has had quite the debut season with the Flames this year. 15 goals and 41 assists for 56 points in just 64 games, makes him the top point producer on the Flames. Jamal Watson, who previously in his career played as a winger, has elite speed, skill, and a fantastic wrist shot. You can tell he used to be a forward, scoring many goals off the rush and jumping in on the play. The Flames have heavily relied on Watson this year, for large parts of the season only dressing 5 D-men. He has been a key part of their success in getting 5th seed. He has more points than any defenseman in the league, and the Flames would have been a much different team without this blue liner. At number 1, we have Mitch Jones. For a defenseman, it's not all about scoring. There are many factors to look at when determining a good D-man. But when a defenseman puts up 16 goals in just 45 games, he has to be up there with the best. If Jones had played a full season and Challenge Cup, he would have scored 22.7 goals in 64 games. It's even more impressive when you consider he scored at this pace on a team that has at times struggled scoring. 16 goals and 25 assists put him at nearly a point per game pace as a defenseman, which is outstanding. Again, scoring isn't everything, but when you put up those numbers it is hard to argue that Jones hasn't had the best season of any blue liner. Just look at the Norris Trophy in the NHL. It is most likely Roman Josi will win it. Why? Because of the incredible offense he brings to the blue line. Do you agree with our list? Think we missed anyone? We would love to see your top 5 lists in the comments below. But remember, don't take it too seriously, it's just fun to look at.